Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here today. What an awesome turnout. We could not be happier. This is really fantastic. Thank you. Just 6 months ago, this site was nothing more than an empty field with a little white fence and a beautiful view of the Black River Valley. Today, we are standing in a 22,000 square foot state-of-the-art education facility with 5 classrooms, 3 fabrication labs, 6 smart boards, and $250,000 of advanced manufacturing training equipment that you can see right behind me here. And the view, I think, is still pretty good. Education is an investment. It says that time and resources given today will pay off in the future. But investing is hard. It will always be easier and cheaper to do nothing. But in the long run, the cost of stagnation and atrophy is far greater. To invest is to acknowledge the future. And with the opening of this facility, this beautiful community investment, we declare today that Lewis County indeed has a future. Of course, this investment would simply not be possible without the vision of the Lewis County Board of Legislators. From day one, their commitment to this program has been unwavering and absolute. It is because of their leadership that we are standing here today. And it is my pleasure to introduce the chairman of the Lewis County Board of Legislators, Mr. Larry Dahlhoff.
Thank you, Ryan. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the new Lewis County-Jefferson Community College Education Center. Thank you all for joining us today. I'm pleased to see so many regional leaders here with us this afternoon. Our Assemblyman Ken Libous is here. Thank you, Ken. Representing Senator Joe Griffo is Jim Durkish. The Senator and his team were instrumental in assisting us with the grant funding for this project, and we are grateful to have such an effective partner in Albany. Mary Jo Richards is here today representing Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, Congresswoman, I'm sorry. The Congresswoman's office also assisted with this project by helping us secure $250,000 from the Northern Border Regional Commission. As chairman of the Board of Legislators, it's my privilege to work with a dedicated group of county legislators. As Ryan mentioned, this group is committed to the project from day one. I'm honored to welcome members of the Lewis County Board of Legislators, representing Croghan and Diana, Legislator John Lehman, somewhere over here. Representing Croghan, Randy LaChose. Representing Copenhagen and Denmark, Legislator Ron Burns. Representing New Bremen, Legislator Brian Moser. Representing the Village of Lowville, Legislator Richard Chartrand. Representing Watson, Legislator Andrea Moorhan. Representing Martinsburg and Turin, Legislator Greg Kulzer. Representing Gregg and Lionsdale, Legislator Tom Osborne. And representing the towns of Lewis and Leiden, our Vice Chair, Jerry King. As we prepare to open this beautiful new facility to students, we acknowledge the fulfillment of a vision put forth decades ago. Many community leaders before us broke the ground to make today possible. Some of those leaders are with us today, who are all former legislators and community leaders. Thank you for your vision and your service to our community. We also have to acknowledge the commitment from our partners in Jefferson County. You have built a truly first-class education institution in Jefferson Community College, and Lewis County is grateful to have supportive neighbors who believe in the power of regional growth. From the Jefferson County Board of Legislators, Chairman Scott Gray is with us this afternoon. Scott, thank you. Thank you for joining us, and from my legislator to yours, thank you for sharing your college with us. We promise to take good care of it. Throughout this process, JCC, BOCES, and Cornell Cooperative Extension have been excellent partners. Without their commitment to Lewis County, this project would never come together. Dr. Ty Stone, Superintendent Steve Todd, Executive Director Michelle Ledoux, thank you for believing and investing in our community. In so many ways, this was a true community effort. We need to thank the contractors and other community organizations who made this a vision and a reality. Thank you to the Development Authority of the North Country and the Lewis County Agricultural Society, the Mennonite Camping Association, AMP Electric, DC Builders, and Lawman Heating and Cooling. I also have to thank the Lewis County staff. Many people were skeptical that we could deliver this project in such a compressed timeline, but we made it, and this is a product we can all be proud of. Thank you to all the staff who have put their time and energy into this project. Well done. Today is just the first step. This building itself is not enough to drive meaningful change. It's up to our partners in the entire Lewis County community to use this facility to build the workforce we need for the future. Sign up for classes, attend workshops, invest in yourselves, and the opportunities for growth will follow. Thank you.
So we just wouldn't be here today without Jefferson Community College. Their commitment has been unbelievable. They've been with us every step of the way. It's my pleasure to introduce Nathan Hunter, Chairman of the Board of Trustees at Jefferson Community College.
Thank you, Ryan. Good afternoon. Today marks a very special occasion for the region as we officially open the Lewis County Jefferson Community College Education Center. This collaboration between Lewis County, the college, Jefferson Lewis BOCES, and Cornell Cooperative Extension is a true win, not only for the individual partners, but also for the Lewis County community and beyond. With the new facility, we now have made it more accessible for the residents of this area to gain the education and the training they need for the jobs of today and the careers of the future. I commend the Lewis County Board of Legislators for your vision and forward-thinking investment in your community. And thank you for inviting Jefferson Community College to be part of this transformational initiative. From my experience at Jefferson, I have seen firsthand the tremendous planning and effort it takes to open a new building, and you have managed to accomplish just this in a matter of 5 short months since breaking ground. As I look around here today, I sincerely thank all those who have been involved in this monumental effort. This is truly a beautiful educational center, well positioned with the technology and training spaces needed for relevant workforce education and development. It is gratifying to see it all come to fruition. On behalf of the entire Jefferson County Board of Trustees, thank you and congratulations to all.
Told one of these controls the volume here. All right. Our next speaker has been in the North Country about 18 months. And I have been in the North Country, back in the North Country, for about 18 months. Ty and I came on board at about the same time, and when we arrived, this project was purely conceptual, and 18 months later, here we are. So it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ty Stone, President of Jefferson Community College.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you all for joining us here as we celebrate the long-awaited opening of the Lewis County Jefferson Community College Education Center. Is this not a beautiful building? Today is indeed a great day for the North Country community. The outpouring of attendees from both Jefferson and Lewis counties, I think, underscores the importance of this education center, not just to Lewis County, but for our entire region. I am grateful to the Lewis County legislators for their vision and commitment to the betterment of their community through this significant investment in accessible education and training. We are so proud to be a part of this education center. Thank you. Chairman Doha has already thanked many in attendance today who have supported this project, and I add my sincere appreciation to those individuals without whom the Education Center would not have come to fruition. Jefferson Community College enjoys the benefits of an outstanding and committed Board of Trustees, many of whom are here today. Our board has been steadfast in their support of Jefferson's desire to expand and enhance education and training opportunities to those who may not be able to travel to our Watertown campus. I also want to thank the college's sponsor, Jefferson County, represented today by Jefferson County Board of Legislators. Our sponsors' continued efforts of the college has resulted in more than 22,000 individuals in the North Country completing their degrees and countless others having access to high-quality, affordable education and training. We truly appreciate their support. We also have several members of the college's Foundation Board of Directors here today. I want to take a moment to thank the foundation who recently made a $100,000 commitment to support the Education Center, which has allowed us to furnish the conference room and to supply much of the technology you will see in the classrooms in this facility. In addition to the contributions made to initiatives such as this, our foundation provides scholarships for roughly 300 students each year. I thank them for all they do for our college. Also, I cannot forget our partners who came together to make this effort a reality. From the first conversation about this concept, Todd, Superintendent of BOCES, and his team were on board. I am so excited to see how our partnership grows from this and future ventures. And also our partnership with Cornell Cooperative Extension with Michelle Ledoux and her team will surely enhance what we do in this region. There are several others that made this effort a reality, and I want to just acknowledge them for their hard work, their innovative spirit, and their deep commitment to higher education in this area. Terrence Harris, our Associate Vice President at Jefferson Community College, Frank Pace, Director of Planning and Community Development for Lewis County, and Megan Stadler, Director of Grants, Planning, Research, and Institutional Effectiveness at Jefferson Community College. Thank you for being the driving force in the background to make this come to life. While we continue to welcome degree-seeking students from Lewis County to our campus in Watertown, we are thrilled that we can now expand and create educational opportunities to more community members through this educational center right here in Lewis County. We plan to tailor our trainings and workshops to meet the specific needs of local manufacturers, area businesses, and residents of Lewis County and beyond. This fabrication lab that we are standing in can support offline training on large equipment before the equipment is installed and brought online. The mechatronics lab you see behind me will train students in advanced manufacturing through electrical and engineering systems. With the support of Congresswoman Stefanik and the Northern Border Regional Commission, we will soon offer training in aquaponics. With Regional Economic Development Council funding from Governor Cuomo, we will be launching a construction training program for our unemployed and underemployed adult workers. Plus, we will supplement our offerings with many personal enrichment workshops that foster lifelong learning. According to former Secretary of Education Richard Riley, we are currently preparing students for jobs that don't yet exist, using technologies that haven't been invented in order to solve problems we don't even know are problems yet. Therefore, it is more important than ever for us to be partners throughout the educational journeys of those we serve as we prepare them not just for jobs, but for careers. I will close by saying how truly excited I am for the opportunities that this education center will provide to our North Country region. And thank you to each and every one who has played a role in bringing the Lewis County-Jefferson Community College Education Center to fruition. We have great things ahead.
Without the flexibility and commitment from Jefferson Libous BOCES, we wouldn't be standing here today. We realized early on that we probably didn't have the population base to support just a college. This has to be a facility that is involving all of our partners and attracting students of all ages and all skill levels. Stephen Todd has been flexible, he's been enthusiastic, he's been awesome from day one, and we're so happy to have him with us. Mr. Stephen Todd, thanks.
Thank you, Ryan, and thank you, Dr. Stone, and thank you to everyone here who has made this possible. When Dr. Stone says she's excited to work with us, we feel the same way. And it is an incredible honor and privilege to stand here on behalf of Jefferson, Lewis, Hamilton, Herkimer, Oneida, BOCES, our Board of Education, our 18 component districts that span this vast region, the 24,000 students K through 12 who go through our programs, and we try to provide programming opportunities that will allow them to have pathways and options. And what I think, we hear over and over again about this facility, and you've probably heard me say, and I know you've heard Dr. Stone say and Ryan say, is yes, this is a state-of-the-art facility with state-of-the-art technology, state-of-the-art equipment. I'm very proud of that. What I'm most proud of, though, is the new way of thinking, the cutting-edge thinking in terms of partnership and integration. What we have here is a place that isn't going to be carved up into distinct, unique spaces that are, this is BOCES, this is JCC, this is Cornell Cooperative Extension. What we have is an integrated learning space where we'll share the space, we'll share the technology, and we'll build curricula that integrate so that high school kids have a smooth, seamless pathway right into college. That's what I'm most proud of. And that couldn't happen without the kind of forward thinking and flexibility and all of the wonderful things that our partners have here. So thank you again to all of you for being here. And really that type of sharing and partnership, I reflect upon a visit by the Chancellor of the New York State Board of Regents about 1.5 years ago, Betty Rosa, was here in the North Country. She's from New York City and doesn't get up to this neck of the woods very often. And when she was here, we made sure that she saw schools around St. Lawrence, Jefferson, Lewis counties. And what she commented on to me, she said, you folks in this area share your toys better than people any place I've seen anywhere. And I think that metaphor is exactly true. These are hardly toys. These are advanced technologies. But it really is more the thinking behind that, the way that we partner, the way that we really meaningfully share. I'm so proud to be a part of that. Thank you all. Thank you to our partners.
So JCC is new to Lewis County, but Cornell Cooperative Extension is not. And they are incredibly integral to building our workforce and keeping the enthusiasm of agriculture going in this ag community that is Lewis County. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Chris Watkins, Executive Director of Cornell Cooperative Extension.
Good afternoon. It's so sad that I have to put these on, but I do. Really, I'm delighted to be here at the opening of this remarkable facility. I really had no idea actually until I was walking around just what incredible investment that has been made here by the county and the partners. Thank you for the invitation to be here today. It really is exciting. The partnership between Jefferson Community College and Lewis County is, I believe, a model for others to follow. That CCE, Cornell Cooperative Extension, as part of this education center is very appropriate. Our core mission is to provide unbiased, research-based information, tools and education that the community can trust. We are focused on commercial and sustainable agriculture, nutrition and health, 4-H youth development and families, finances, energy efficiency, economic and community development, and sustainable natural resources. The umbrella for all these areas, in my belief, is economic development. Every part of what we do is about economic development. Whether for youth and families or about adult education, providing knowledge and skills for the community is critical for the economic well-being of Lewis County. For that reason alone, I'm excited to see that BOCES are subleasing with CCE. The synergy and potential for partnerships between our two organizations along with Jefferson Community College is incredible opportunity as we move into the future. I would like to make a special call out to Michelle Ledoux and the board president Andrew Reed and all the board of directors for their leadership in CCE in helping to make this happen as partners with the rest of the team. A project of this size involves many moving parts and most importantly the building of trust among partners. In other words, today we are celebrating the easiest part of the process. Just a little sidebar that many of you are not aware that extension in New York is completely different from every other state in the Union. In every other state in the Union, the extension system is run and controlled by the university. In New York, this ownership by the county is so important. And I believe these partnerships that we're talking about today would not have been so easy if we had had this university control system. So this ownership of programming, what goes on at the county level, I'm often asked, which do I prefer, the control by the university or the control by the counties? And I say, honestly, I prefer the ownership by the counties, even if it does make my life miserable at times. So in closing, congratulations on the new education center. I wish you great success in the future. And again, thank you so much for the invitation to be here today.
Assemblyman Ken Libous has also been with us from day one. In fact, when we were first putting this whole concept together at a small conference room in the summer of 2017, Ken was there and has cheered us along ever since, has been a great advocate for our community. Our Assemblyman from the 117th District, Mr. Ken Libous.
Thank you. What a great crowd. What he didn't tell you at that meeting was a bunch of questions directed to me about how I thought, because I sat on the Board of Legislators in Jefferson County, how my fellow ex-legislators in Jefferson County would follow or be interested in something like this. And I told them at that meeting, I said, look, if it makes sense, they'll do it, they'll cooperate. Because in all my district, the 4 counties that I have, if we don't have regional cooperation, nothing gets done. And this is a true example of how Jefferson and Lewis got together to do this. When he talks about, this was, you said spring of 2017, and now we're in January of 2019, and the facility is built. Things like that don't happen in Albany that fast, let me tell you that right now. But once this idea took on, the idea of making and coming across to get partners, and that was the key to this whole thing. What partners can we bring in that will help us develop this? And I just have to tell you one thing. Every year, I'm invited to go down to the Central New York Manufacturing Group. Now, I don't represent that area down there, but I go there all the time, once a year. Every meeting, every single time that I've gone there for the 8 years, what has come out of that meeting was the manufacturers, the owners of those places have job openings for qualified students who can come right out of high school and get paid $60,000 or more to work in their plants. And they just don't see that happening. So we've got to think outside the box. Not everyone's going to go to college. Not everyone is going to be equipped to do that. But this facility fills a niche. And if you listen to the group that I listen to down in Central New York when I go there, there's jobs today that qualified individuals who know how to work these modern machines can get a job, and a good paying job. Not just a job, but a real decent living. And it's right here, we could do that. And I think this facility is on its way to do it. And you know, you think about the quality, the partnerships with BOCES, and you talk about the partnerships with Cornell Cooperative, the agribusiness. You know, we live in Lewis County and Jefferson County. It's an agricultural community. So we're really opening up something here today that was just an idea that they threw at me back in 2017. We sat at that table, they had a map, they showed me where the police was going to be built, and I thought, it's a big undertaking. It really is. You've got to get everybody together, and you've got to have the partnerships. And I congratulate Lewis County for doing that. They went out and they did that, and the facility is what you see here today. So I want to congratulate them, congratulate Jefferson County, and all the partnerships. And I'm very happy to be here today. Thank you very much.
Senator Joe Griffo helped us secure $250,000 from the Dormitory Authority of the North Country, and he was unable to join us today. He's a little busy being a minority leader in the New York Senate, but Jim Durkis is with us today representing Senator Griffo. Please welcome the pride of Diana, Jim Durkis.
Good afternoon. Glad everybody could make it in this North Country weather that we're so familiar with. Senator Griffo would like to thank the many people and organizations that made this process a success, starting with Lewis County Manager Ryan Pichet, also commonly known as Number One, and all the various contractors and Lewis County departments that helped. Also to Frank Pace, the project manager who directed the completion. The Lewis County legislators, led by Chairman Dohoff and past Chairman Taball. The Jefferson County legislators, led by Chairman Gray and County Administrator Robert Hager. And we know that for both, if the deal was not correct for both, it never would have hit this process that we have today. Also, Mr. Hunter, Dr. Stone, Mr. Harris of JCC for their vision for educational opportunities in Lewis County. Jeff Lewis BOCES District Superintendent Steve Todd, Cornell Cooperative Extension Director Dr. Watkins, and our own Michelle Ledoux. Senator Griffo would like to thank his fellow government officials, Assemblyman Ken Libous and Congresswoman Stefanik, for their support of this project. It is now up to the outlying communities to take full advantage of this educational gem in Lewis County. This creates the opportunity for advancement of skills and better paying jobs. This is only going to make Lewis County a better place to live, work, and play. Thank you. Sincerely, Senator Griffo.
Our Congresswoman Elise Stefanik also assisted with this project. As Dr. Stone mentioned before, we received $250,000 from the Northern Border Regional Commission. Here today representing Elise Stefanik is Mary Jo Richards, Constituent Liaison.
Thank you to Jefferson Community College, Lewis County Board of Legislators, Jefferson Lewis BOCES, and Cornell Cooperative Extension of Lewis County for the invitation to formally unveil the Lewis County Jefferson Community College Education Center. It is with great regret that Congresswoman Stefanik is unable to be with us today. As a member of the House Committee on Education and the Workforce, Congresswoman Stefanik is a vocal advocate for career and technical training and believes that we must foster relationships between our local businesses and schools. The Lewis County Jefferson Community College Education Center will work to identify the needs of our local employers and manufacturers, offering a variety of hands-on learning programs to better prepare our students and residents to enter the workforce. Congresswoman Stefanik is proud to have helped secure $250,000 in funding through the Northern Border Regional Commission for this project, and she looks forward to continuing to provide support for grant opportunities which have a direct positive impact on many families in the district. Congresswoman Stefanik would like to express her sincere appreciation for the invitation to attend today's event, an honor to help applicants from across our district as they pursue funding to enhance their educational programs. Thank you.
Okay, that concludes our program. If I could invite the Lewis County legislators to please step forward. We're going to cut the ribbon. For those interested in a tour of the facility, we'll be breaking up into groups at 1:45. Please meet at the yellow railings that are in the back of the room back there if you'd like to take a tour of the facility. Thank you all for being here today. What an amazing turnout, and hopefully we can get some students to sign up. So thank you.